In this episode, Michael Salvatore from Merck Co will show us how he used Power Platform as a low overhead platform to drive large-scale transformation. Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Keeping It Real with Power Platform, where we learn how makers around the world create impactful solutions to real-world problems using Power Platform. And today, we have Michael Salvatore from Merck Co. Michael is a senior director at Merck Co that is applying the thinking of Power Platform as a low-overhead platform to transform how the company works around the world. So, welcome, Michael, and thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you. And as always, I want to start with a very simple question. That is, tell us about your journey with Power Platform.
Wow, it could be a very deep and long question. We started Power Platform journey, way back in 2017, 2018, when we first got access to the tools. And we really saw it as an opportunity where you gave us all of this structure and everything that we didn't have to wait months and months for to get created. You would give us the front end, the database, all this stuff. So we really saw this as an opportunity where we could help speed up innovation. And that's the journey that we've been on ever since then. We can see return on investment and time value savings. It's phenomenal, the stuff we do. And the apps that we've created, many thousands of users are using those apps. We have many thousands of creators, hundreds of thousands of apps. Maybe not all of them are in production, but the point is that we have a lot of people that are excited to use the platform. So it's been a great journey so far.
That is wonderful. And you were talking about the size or the scope that you're driving. I think that you guys are running at a very large scope. So do you want to share a little bit about the numbers of usage and apps?
And that's kudos to our platform team. So I'm actually on the business side. So for me, it's my team is only 12,000, and many of those 12,000 are building apps with Power Platform. But in our company, just looking at the numbers recently, it's like over 20,000 makers out of our 70,000 employees. But it's been phenomenal to see how the platform's taken off.
So more than 20,000 makers, more than 100,000 applications, environment strategies. This is a very highly scaled Power Platform deployment. And in those hundreds of thousands of apps, I'm sure there are some that are closer or near and dear to your heart. Is there any one that you can show us today?
Yes, absolutely. We have one that we call our country medical affair plans. And you can see there's over 3,000 plans here. Every country will have a plan for a specific disease area indication. They go through the kind of a similar workflow plan where they go from draft, submitted, approved, and they can be edited after the fact. And so I'll just pick one here in our vaccine space. And so if I just view this is the snapshot of what year we're looking at, what the population is, the different area, disease states, so people can really focus their attention on it. And then we have some of the market information down here. And so this is kind of giving us a snapshot of what is the population like, what's the country, what's approved, especially in vaccines, what ages do we already have full funding or market approval or private market. So we're also thinking about the insurance payers. So really this is the comprehensive tactical planning tool that we use for all of our medical affairs strategies and plans around every product that we launch in every disease and therapeutic area. So I'll give you the history on this. So way back when we were starting this journey, we also had 900, and that was just then, plans that were all in PowerPoint. PowerPoint. And so we used the Canvas apps, and we started to really build this out. And we started with just one disease area, and we said, let's just do it for all of those plans. But then people saw the Power BI reports that you can get from it. Finance saw how quickly we can give them all the financial metrics. They said, why not do this for everyone? And that's what we did here. We had a team of 6 that said, let's go ahead and build a solution that we can give to all of our many of the thousands of people that need to see it. And we found out, we calculated it was saving over 18,000 hours per year.
18,000 hours.
18,000 hours per year. Yep. And I'll pull up the Power BI for this as well, just to show you what that looks like. Because a lot of this you're seeing a singular plan, but when they see aggregated data, that's where they get very excited. That's where the real win is because individuals are filling this out. Users are the higher ups and things are really looking at the Power BI version.
So it's not just the time saved, but also the extra visibility, the control over the data, and the things that you can do once you have the data in a single place, right?
Yep. And I'm going to show you that right now. So this Power BI report here, just alone, gives us a snapshot of everything. And so for our leadership team, the fact that they can start to see how much money we've been spending over all these years, to them, this is what they want. This is what they've always wanted.
This is wonderful. And again, this is a thing that before was not possible. To do this, somebody needed to go to those 1,000 PowerPoints, try to find a way to extract the information. I'm not sure if they were all the same. Probably they diverged in format, so you needed to do a lot of like interpretation work, put it in an Excel or somewhere,
Absolutely.
and then figure out the way to expose it to do this type of analysis. So that's probably like quite a lot of time right there.
Yeah, that's why I said if I joke and I say we're going to turn off Power Apps for them, they have to go back to PowerPoint, it will be a revolt, like they will revolt, because this saves them so much time. It's a consistent format. Recently, we have not had any bugs or issues reported. It's just, I want these new features. I saw that you have all these, agents now. Can we put an agent on top? So those are some things that we want to do now.
That's perfect. And speaking of agents, I know that you started to look at different ways of also expanding what the team can do using agentic coding. You were looking at like code apps, the Canvas MCP, and you've been starting to do some thinking around how to bring all those technologies to buildings. So is there any latest thing? How are you thinking about it for the future?
Yeah, well, I think you're absolutely right. If we can get things done, so I'll back up to and say, like, we really want to get medicines to patients faster. That's exactly what we want to do. And so we're working on making sure that everything is a digital process. We really lean it out. And the reason we want to do that is because if we have a technology solution that we can put with it, this is where the whole code apps experience really helps us accelerate. Because now you're talking like, I feel like hours and days to develop an app, which I'll show you one like right now where we did, versus many months before. And so, that's exactly what I did here is I just, made this code app where I said, if we start out with a protocol, let's have it generate plans for us. So yeah, this is, I think, revolutionary for our company.
That's wonderful. So Michael, how can people learn about all this work that you're doing and the evolution of your journey with Power Platform?
Yeah, please feel free to reach out to me and contact me on LinkedIn. Be happy to share.
That's wonderful. Thank you very much, Michael. And thank you for watching. See you in the next episode of Keeping It Real with Power Platform. Bye for now.